Welcome everyone. Shortly we'll take a flight in this G164 Super B Ag Cat. Shawn, my buddy and pilot of this agriculture plane, has hooked up a GoPro so we can enjoy the aerial footage of him seeding one of our California rice fields. That's coming up. Now I'm going to split this episode of Rice Farming TV into 3 sections as we're flying. First, and just briefly, we're going to just listen to the sounds of the plane on the ground being loaded with seed before takeoff. Then, as we begin to fly and apply seed, I'm going to answer some of your great questions from the previous episode, all about these ag cats and the seeding process. And finally, I'll close out the episode with a great music track. It's actually the song that I partially featured in episode 63 when Shawn took me on an aerial tour of our winter rice fields and Lake Oroville. Back then I received a lot of interest in that song. It's called My California by Pastis. I hope you all enjoy this. Now, let's prepare for takeoff. Now, let's get to some of your questions. Michael asks, how often does the rice seeding plane need to be refueled? Well, the fuel tanks hold 120 gallons of jet fuel. Flying burns about 50 gallons per hour, but the pilots refuel every hour just as a safety practice, a policy instated by Williams Ag Service. They are so busy all day flying that the every hour rule helps create a routine. I think that they even have alarms set hourly. They just don't want to run out of fuel, obviously. Johnny wonders, not sure what he's flying. Ag Cat maybe? That's right, Johnny. A G164 Super B Ag Cat. Williams Ag Service has a fleet of 5. Thanks for that question, by the way. Matevs asks, what does the yellow extension on the seed truck at the 8:41 minute mark in the previous episode do? That yellow arm on the loader truck above the funnel is used to transload bags of material. You can hang heavy tote bags from the arm and pour material into the funnel. We're talking about dry material like granular fertilizer. Great question. David asks, do you have to worry about birds and other animals eating the seeded rice before it starts to grow? Seems like it would be a big buffet. David, we don't have to worry much about birds, although ducks and geese could eat a whole lot of seed in a sitting, but fortunately, a very large majority have continued their migration as it starts to warm up in the spring. We do have to worry about insects like water weevil and tadpole shrimp that can either nibble at or disturb the seed. That's a great question too. Jim asks, are you grateful you are not plowing with a water buffalo and planting one rice plant at a time? And which method, old way or new, produces more pounds of rice per acre? Totally glad we're not plowing and seeding with a water buffalo. But if that was the only way known, then I suppose I wouldn't mind. I bet you in the future we'll be seeding with robots or drones, and flying a plane will seem like tough work. And yes, we are getting much better yields than the farmer with the fleet of water buffaloes. I mean, I can only assume that. You know, farmers have been seeding rice with planes since the 1920s. Oh yeah, Vicky Boyd noticed, hey wait, where's your rice farming TV cap? You're not wearing it. That's right, Vicky, in the last episode I was wearing my Quantix AV DSS hat because in an upcoming rice farming TV video, we're going to be flying their drone and taking some aerial imagery of our rice fields to help with pest control and determining whether we need to add some extra fertilizer. Should be cool, so you guys definitely stay tuned for that. Jerry asks, how do you control the seed of weeds that are naturally in your fields? Well, Jerry, we control our weeds with different pest control applications. All U.S. rice is non-GMO, so the crop isn't resistant to something like Roundup. So we don't use glyphosate, but we do have some herbicides that are safe to use. Great question. That usually leads to some debate. I did a video about herbicides, and I'll leave that link down in the description. Waterman1 asks, do you spray from the air like we do cranberry bogs? Yeah, Waterman, we hire Williams Ag Service to fly on our pest management applications as well. They need to, of course, change out the seed hopper for a spray boom. Paul asks, is the 165 pounds an acre measuring dry weight or soaked weight of the seed? Paul, the seeding rate is dry weight before the soak. Good question. And finally, Steve asks, what is your average yield per acre? Well, Steve, our average yield per acre is 10,000 pounds. Pretty amazing productivity, isn't it? We turn that 165 pounds an acre seeding rate into 10,000 pounds of harvested rice in the fall. Great questions, everyone. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Pastis and their awesome song, My California. Enjoy.
See senses clear. I'll be alright. We should have lived a life together in your warming sun. We should have loved each other, baby. Oh, what could I have done? Just wanna spend some time together before everything's gone. It's in the air, can't you feel that good times are coming on? California, all this time. Now I'm at the end of the line. Just another hill to climb. California, then you'll be mine.
Well, what beautiful footage. I really hope you all enjoyed that flight on the G164 Super Bee Ag Cat with Shawn. Thank you all for your great questions. In the next episode, we're going to take a look around our rice fields and see the growth progress of our plants. We also have a special project going on at the equipment yard. We bought a bus. More to come. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.